What an amazing Monday that we had today trading my inversion fair value gap model. And oh my god, this is literally the best Monday that you could ask for as a trader. We had a clear daily bias, we had a very clean and simple entry with our very clean and simple entry model, and then we had a very nice take profit. And that is how trading should be. Keep it very simple, hit your take profits, make your money, and go on to the next trade. So let's do a full trade recap of the trade that I took today. There was over 350 people watching the live stream today, and it was just amazing to have a very nice Monday morning stream where we had a simple daily bias. So let's actually start off with the daily bias, because of course when you're trading you want to know, and it will play in your favor a lot if you can understand where the higher time frame wants to go to, because ultimately it will just allow you to catch a lot more simpler trades. Okay, it is as easy as that. If you can understand where the higher time frame wants to go, you can catch much nicer entries on the lower time frames. And with my strategy, it's very simple. Whenever we are trading at all-time highs, so as you can see right now, we're clearly at all-time highs, be bullish. It is as simple as that. If we're at all-time highs, your bias should be bullish unless there is an extremely obvious reason to be bearish, and that is simply not the case right now. And when I mean a clear reason to be bearish, I mean something like we have a 4-hour bullish fair value gap that's been inversed and a very obvious sell side liquidity draw. And as you can see, we just don't have that on the 4-hour. The daily time frame is also very bullish. So overall, we were just extremely bullish on a day like this. We had all-time highs above, so let's quickly just mark out the all-time highs so they will show on the lower time frame. We had the all-time highs right there, which we were targeting for our long position. So let's jump straight into it. Of course, when we are looking to enter into the market, we want fair value gaps and we want liquidity, okay? That's literally the main two things that we're looking for. The context for this, so let's play at the chart a bit. As you can see, here is open. There's not much that you can do open. And on my live stream today, if you were in the live stream, you would have heard it, over 350 people watching the streams. And before I carry on, the first link in my bio or the second link in my bio is my daily live streams where you can watch me trade live with a bunch of serious traders. This is the group that you want to be in if you are serious about trading, okay? Real education is done here. Now, I said on my stream at this exact point in the market, I said, best case scenario, if you want to catch long positions, is we need some sort of retracement, okay? You are not going to be able to catch long positions if we just keep going up, because we cannot just randomly enter into the market. So what we need to happen, and best case scenario, we come down, tap into this bullish fair value gap, this 1 minute bullish fair value gap, then we get a long position from it using these highs as our break-even point. Again, I said this on the stream, and now let's look at what happens. And I specifically said this bullish fair value gap here. We play the price action out. As you can see, not only do we come down, we perfectly fill this 1 minute bullish fair value gap. If you think that this price action is not an algorithm and it isn't already priced in, then I don't know what you think, okay? The markets are not random. We do this every single day. Just join the team. The markets are not random. Look at how we perfectly filled this fair value gap, literally to the point. Then our next candle, what is this called? A displacement candle. When we move in one direction quite quickly, we get a nice displacement candle. Sadly, we did not inverse this bearish fair value gap right here. We did not inverse it right here. We inversed it on this next candle. Now, this is where we're going to get into the advanced stuff, okay? So if you are a bit of a newer trader, I might lose you right now, but if you're more advanced, you will find this very valuable. Okay. So of course, when you're trading, we need to look for context. The context that we have here, we have an equal highs above. That's obviously where we want to target. We have respected this bullish fair value gap perfectly. We're very correlated with ES. But the only problem about this inversion is, look, we inversed this at 944. If we look at ES, our correlating pair, at 944, we have not inversed this fair value gap. Therefore, this now makes this trade a bit lower quality. The reason being is, of course, you want to see ES inverse the fair value gap. So there's two different ways that you can play this trade out right now. You can, one, enter into the markets here, just knowing that you have a bit more risk on the table because ES hasn't inversed. You will do this, in my opinion, if you have very strong conviction for these highs. And today you easily could have. We had all-time highs above here. We had 1 minute equal highs right here, which are strong because they are far apart. So you could easily have the conviction to be bullish right here. And yeah, it would have worked off. You would have hit your take profit. If you want to be safer, then what you would want to do is wait for ES to inverse the fair value gap. I know another thing that some people like to do when ES hasn't inversed the fair value gap, but they really like the trade, again, this is a bit more advanced, is wait for a retracement into the fair value gap. Then you can enter a bit lighter. Your stop loss, of course, is only if you get a candle close below this bearish fair value gap where you entered from. And again, you might enter a bit lighter, so you might hold all your take profit for the all-time highs, something along those lines. Or the other way that you enter a trade like this, and I believe that's what I did on this trade actually, is wait for ES to inverse. So yeah, 946, 946. So right here, this is what we got. This is when we got the candle close on ES. As you can see, now we've got the candle close on NASDAQ. So this is where we really should be taking the highs, you know. Now we've got all the context and ES is inversed, so there is really no reason why this would not go to equal highs. So the highest quality play would be entering right here, simply because ES and inverse the fair value gap as well. But then you might run into another potential problem, because if we play price action out, ES has taken the high. So when you are trading, you also do not want to see, well, you don't necessarily want to see ES take the high of a candle. For example, your target, this is our target on ES, this is our target on NASDAQ, the same high created at the same time. You don't really want to see ES take the high when you're targeting on NASDAQ. And as you can see, that is the case here. Now, what some people would do in this situation is move your stop loss to break even on NASDAQ. And while yes, you can do that, it just comes down to your conviction again. If you really like the fact that we're at all-time highs, and for me personally, I said it on the stream, I said it multiple times, in an instance like this, there is no reason why we shouldn't at least come and take out our break-even point, which is these equal highs resting here on NASDAQ, okay? Therefore, I did not move my stop loss to break even or anything, which once ES took the highs, simply because we have such a nice draw on liquidity on NASDAQ. So yeah, my entry was around here, stop loss there. My first take profit was actually these 50-minute equal highs, I believe. I think these 50-minute equal highs were what I actually targeted for a nice risk to reward. And then, yeah, so that got hit a nice just above a 1-to-1 risk to reward. And then, of course, some people were left runners or left their full position for the all-time highs. If you found this video useful, there was actually another trade that you could have took here as well, but I want to keep this video specifically for this, the high quality trade. If you found this useful, leave a nice comment below so I know the real ones who watched the video to the end. Make sure you subscribe to this channel because I'm dropping so much content here. Make sure you join my live streams, and if you are a serious trader, you could join my private mentorship as well. All of the links are in my bio. I will see you tomorrow for another daily live stream. Let's go.